Good afternoon. My name is Korey Bosart. Today, I will be discussing obesity and the effects that obesity can have on the various stages of lifespan development. These stages span from infancy all the way until the end of life stages that take place during late adulthood. I'm sure we have seen how the presence of obesity has only increased in occurrence across the world, and even more so the United States. Have you ever wondered how this rise in obesity has changed the development and how we maintain our overall population's health and longevity? Obesity is an ongoing problem that affects millions of people across all ages and all developmental stages. Whether it be the uprising of cheap American fast food, the higher occurrence of sedentary lifestyles, or just the worsening products within food, obesity is becoming a worldwide health crisis over the recent years. I have had the opportunity to thoroughly research this topic, as well as interview Dr. Emmeline Kelly, who has her PhD in nursing and in nursing education. This research aims to identify the pressing problem that coincides with obesity across the various stages of lifespan development. Dr. Kelly has encountered various individuals who suffer from obesity in a variety of different ways. I was fortunate enough to take my research based knowledge about obesity and pair it with the expansive knowledge that Dr. Kelly was able to bestow upon me throughout our comprehensive interview. Today, I'm going to share some of that research knowledge with you. Obesity. It isn't just a number on a scale. It's a condition that influences how we grow, think, feel, and live. In early life, obesity can delay physical and motor development, making it harder for children to keep up with their peers. It can also lead to emotional challenges like low self-esteem and social isolation. These stages are critical to the healthy development and transition of a newborn into a healthy young child. Newborns and young children alike are completely dependent on their parents and or caretakers, so the development of obesity during these early stages tends to be caused by either inadequate or unhealthy care provided by the direct caretakers or parents, or by other underlying health conditions unrelated to that care. Obesity can be critically important throughout all developmental life stages, but some may argue that these early stages of lifespan development of infancy and early childhood may be the most life-altering and dangerous for the adverse effects of obesity to occur. As we move into adulthood, the effects become more serious. The middle stages of lifespan development are typically where obesity is most apparent and most easily developed. Obesity is so easily developed at this stage because of the poor self-control and lack of long-term planning that individuals have during this stage of life. Chronic illnesses such as heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers often emerge as a direct result of diabetes-related obesity. Obesity can also interfere with important milestones like starting a family or advancing a career, as it affects both physical and mental health. Later in life, obesity makes aging even more difficult. It increases the risk of mobility issues, cognitive decline, and loss of independence. As responsibilities increase during these years, managing obesity becomes a lot more complex, increasing the emphasis and need for consistent health monitoring, supportive environments, and access to resources that promote sustainable lifestyle changes. These complexities only lead to worsening in obesity and a more difficult resolve in weight loss. The final stages of development that are negatively impacted by obesity are the late adulthood and end of life stages. As discussed, those who are obese remain susceptible to age-related chronic conditions such as cardiovascular disease, arthritis, and type 2 diabetes. However, these later stages can have much more drastic physical limitations and a sufficient increase in dependency on others for active daily living activities. This dependency only rapidly progresses the end-of-life events that take place in every old individual when progressing through the final stages of life and development. Obesity can lead to mobility issues or complete immobility, which can be directly caused by excess weight, which may lead to a more sedentary lifestyle, further contributing to muscle loss, frailty, and a greater risk of falls and fractures. These factors combined can significantly diminish independence and shorten life expectancy, emphasizing importance of lifelong health habits and targeted weight loss practices for aging populations. Obesity is a far-reaching health issue that affects every stage of lifespan development. It can span across the beginning of early childhood or infancy and reach to the very end of an individual's late adulthood and the end of their life stages. Obesity continues to establish itself as one of the most persistent threats to healthy development in populations across the world. However, this disorder that affects millions every day does have a cure. It is called hard work, a change of lifestyle, and a better, more well-balanced diet. Many disorders in modern medicine are incurable, such as cancer, for example. Luckily, obesity does not fall within this category. It is something that can be changed. By understanding and addressing the developmental consequences of obesity, individuals, families, and communities can work together to foster healthier, longer, and more fulfilling lives. We can make a difference, not just for ourselves, but for our future generations. Thank you very much.